Oh, alrighty, guys. Got this. Damn, I forgot the year, but it doesn't matter. Now, guys, I'm starting to see a rash of this. All right, this tactic. That's what I call it. All right, where a customer come in and ask us what we charge to do a certain job, how much we charge, how much is the part, and they will just approve that. What I'm thinking to go with that tactic is to simply get out of paying the diagnostic time. All right, now if you got a check engine light on, you have a code. The assumption is whatever that code name will be what the part you need to replace. That is a dangerous way to troubleshoot and diagnose cars, guys. All right, if you got a cam sensor code, are you going to automatically assume you need cam sensors? Yes, I was that way when I was first got in the industry, but over the years I've grown to know that it's bigger than just whatever the name of the code is. All right, so what I'm thinking the customer is trying to get out of, I have no problem with that. I mean, you can come in and it's like, just put an oil pump on my car, that's all I want. Okay, well, I say oil pump is, that's exactly what they want. All right, now I see the check engine light on, but in order to get out of that $200 diag charge, I guess you can just request we do something. Now, let me explain the risk in that. All right, y'all saw the mileage, high mileage. All right, they have a code P06DD. Here's the thing, and P0369, I think it is. Here's the deal. Will an oil pump cause those codes? Absolutely. But guess what? So will other problems. Okay, there's a lot of things that can cause 0369 or 06DD that's not the oil pump. Now, you can assume you need an oil pump based off that mileage alone. But remember, guys, we're not replacing oil pumps because the oil pump is not pumping. All right? I mean, when have you heard of chatter, reckless chatter this day in the automotive repair industry? You never heard mechanics just randomly say, I think my car need an oil pump. Yeah, because oil pumps, unregulated, they pump, they do their job. It's when we started adding electrical devices that's controlled by computers is where we start having problems. This solenoid right here, this is a dual stage oil pump. In other words, the same pressure is not required at all time. Okay, so they can monitor and control how much pressure put out, or yeah, both. All right, so in order to accomplish that, you need some type of an electrical device, this solenoid. All right, so guys, my point is technically this oil pump hardly ever fail. It's the solenoid, but because it's attached to the oil pump and there's so much trouble to just replace this, mechanics are essentially going in with new oil pump. If you was hurting for cash and you only had money for this, yeah, you can essentially pay to get this done. The only problem with that is the labor would be the same because you might have to remove this in order to gain access to this. So at that pump, it makes economical sense to just go ahead and replace the whole oil pump, which is going to include the solenoid. Now, from my understanding, Derman, y'all heard of Derman? They sell just the solenoid, but JT, the car guy, is never going to make a repair that includes just replacing the solenoid. You're getting the whole pump with me. Now, again, let's talk about that risk of assuming those two codes are, this will fix it. It's just what I called it. It's a risk. Guys, now, I've checked things like the oil level. This is one of the first things you should inspect, right? Oil level 4. Make sure you got the correct oil filter. There are some things you can't visually see without going into the engine. For instance, those oil gallery plugs, if loose, can cause those codes. So there's a lot of things that can cause those two codes. But this customer is adamant about this will fix their problem. Very well might. Guys, I'm talking hypotheticals because replacing the oil pump can fix those problems. All right, will it? I don't know, and I can't guarantee it. The good news for me is I'm off the hook if it don't fix it. Okay, because think about it this way: it costs you $200 to get it diagnosed. If you approve it, the $200 go away anyway. So technically, I'm back to square one without the responsibilities. Are y'all following me? Y'all see what I'm saying here? It will cost you roughly over $200 for us to diagnose your car. All right, imagine we diagnose it. You need an oil pump. Now the responsibility is on me to be right. Not only that, the $200 is going away because it's being applied to the full repair. That's the very same predicament I'm in now, except for I no longer have the responsibilities of this being right or correct or your problem, because you wanted to be a wise guy and go this route. I ain't got no problem with that. I'm going to do exactly what I'm paid to do. I'm going to install this oil pump. This is a Caravan. This is not that deep. All right. In fact, I got a video showing me replacing one and why. Watch this video right here. I'm gonna card it right there if you want to see how I replace oil pumps on such a vehicle. All right. But yeah, it's not every day back in the day that we was speaking about replacing oil pumps. All right. What we got here? Oh, the little clip. Yes, that's very important. Now I don't know if y'all ever done one of these, the little tensioner that go right here, spring loaded. I usually try to get those because they feel flimsy after so long of a use. Actually, in my opinion, that should be included in the box, guys. That thing, its job is to keep tension on the chain while the engine rolling. What if that finally decides to give out? Yeah, that could be catastrophic. All right, I'm talking too much. JT, do your job. Don't worry about if it's right or wrong. You're not paid to to figure anything out. Every time, I'm always looking for these breaks because, guys, on control what you might believe, my brain need a break. I get tired of thinking. I want some gravy. I want some brainless work. I call it brainless work, where I don't have to think, just do. I don't have to figure out, oh my goodness, I sure hope this fixes it. Yeah, because I don't care how good you is, every mechanic have those fears. They're exactly fears. If you write up spark plugs for a misfire, you hoping like hell, even though everything checked out right, and I've gone so far as to put in spare parts and verify that's going to fix it and still be concerned. Yeah, that's how people blood pressure go up, because they worry themselves over things that you should be worrying about. I'm just talking logic, guys. I'm just talking common sense. All right. It don't matter how much or what kind of oil this is. I'm going to have to drain the oil because where's my RTV? Remember, it's a 2-piece. In fact, let me show you. Alrighty, yes, this is a 2-piece oil pan setup. I'm only interested in the primary, this pan right here. I do not have to remove. Oh, thank goodness, because look at all this. So let me get this panel off. Take the pan off. You need your special swivel 10 millimeter, guys. I bought one just for this job. All right, I think what's my buddy on YouTube? What's his name? Motor City Mechanic, David Pikes. All right, yeah, he made a video on that too. You really need that swivel power of that 10 millimeter. All right, I'm talking too damn much. Hey, look at this. You know what that means? They had their transmission service. I'm so proud of this customer. People sleep on this. They never change the fluid and the transmission go out and they wonder why. All right, I'm proud of this customer. All right, let me get this job done, guys. That's all I have. Thanks for watching.